Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is I, Isaiah Faithful, the greatest of greatest. I'm the best Mexican in the world. Now, we have the greatest redneck of them all, the greatest Utah native. Is that what you say? Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Jay.b for his Chicago Bears and his prediction. Hello, Mr. Jay.b.
What up?
What's up, man? How you doing today?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, now I want to ask you some questions going into the season. How do you feel going into the season as a Chicago Bears fan?
Well, like most, obviously, with the Justin Fields pick and Tevin Jenkins, obviously we're excited about that. But I see a lot of Bears fans already saying there's Super Bowl and playoff wins. We're going to win the division. I've seen a lot of Bears fans getting excited about the Aaron Rodgers, and myself included, obviously. But we got to be realistic here. Like, this is a developmental season, and obviously we'll get into that with our predictions. But I just want to see our guys develop. I just want to see potential is what I'm really looking for this year.
Yeah, and that's good. That's good that you understand that this is going to be a season where you have to develop these young guys, and you have to re-sign some guys too to keep those younger guys developing better, like an Allen Robinson. How do you feel about Allen Robinson not extending his contract? Do you want him back?
I do, of course, when you got a guy like that, man. Like, probably one of the most disrespected, underrated wide receivers in the league. He's definitely up there. But, man, when you also look at the other pieces coming up, though, like a Roquan Smith, who you and I have our debates about Fred Warner and him, but we can both agree that both of them are going to get that bag.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Roquan's going to get paid heavy, and you got to look at it. And in my honest opinion, if there's not a way we could keep them both around, it is going to be Roquan, because a star linebacker is way more important to me than just a starting wide receiver. Because as you've seen with this team, we found Darnell Mooney in the fifth. Like we found other guys obviously in later rounds. My point is, I feel like we need to go out and need to find a wide receiver. There's a lot of value out there. They won't be no A-Rob.
Yeah,
but
I mean, again, too, with your linebackers, you guys live, breathe linebackers out there in Chicago. Yep. So either way, if you release either one of them, or like you don't go and re-sign the other one, you're still gonna get another. You're still gonna be able to redeem yourself and probably get another player at that caliber or better.
Yep, I agree with that. Yeah. Just the way I look at it, though, at the end of the day, as long as Rodgers is there, I want a linebacker there.
Yeah, or corners too.
Or good corners.
Trufant this offseason with the release of Kyle Fuller.
Yeah, I'm still not happy about the Fuller move. Yeah. I know when you look at it and just like looking at it plain, it looks like we did just cut Kyle Fuller. Yeah, he was a cap casualty, and it looks like we just cut him for Andy Dalton straight up. But it wasn't that, man. You still got to sign your rookies at your draft too, especially when you got a guy like Justin Fields and a guy like Tevin Jenkins. So you're gonna have to sign those guys. There's other guys you're gonna have to bring in. I think there's a lot more to it. It's tough. It's cap casualty. He only signed a 1-year deal. Maybe he'll be back after Denver. We'll see, but I doubt that.
And you also have a $70 million quarterback as your third string right now.
Basically, yeah. So got to make room for something, man. Nobody's going to trade for him.
So now, with all that, let's get into the picks. We are going to go to week 1, where you guys are going to be facing off against the LA Rams here. Who do you have here winning and why?
If this one was in Chicago, I'd probably say Chicago. But look, man, we're getting way too cocky. Like the Mooney memes, man. The Mooney memes are hilarious, but Jalen Ramsey's still fucking Jalen Ramsey, man. He's probably licking his chops. He wants to play us. Us Bears fans are gonna get too hyped up to go out there talking all that shit just with Andy Dalton. All right, so we're gonna lose week 1. That's an L.
Yeah, and I agree as well with you. Even though the corner depth there for the Rams is depleted, you could possibly say they have some guys there, but we don't really know besides Jalen Ramsey. Secondary, their safeties as well, not so good as they used to be. They still got Aaron Donald there. Now with Matthew Stafford on the offense, with offensive weapons now, let's see what Matthew Stafford does, and I think he's going to go out there and ball out, and I as well think they're going to win.
And Stafford's very similar with his team. He's played against us twice a year his whole career, so he's very similar with this. And another guy that's very similar with us, and I think this could be a Avengers game for him, is Leonard Floyd over there on that defensive side.
Did he talk some shit after you guys got rid of him?
Yeah, I believe he did. Yeah, like he had room though. Dude couldn't stay
Mm-hmm.
healthy, and we drafted him in the first round, and he wasn't worth it. But hey, man, you get a pass rusher, any sort of vengeance, and he
Yeah.
might go off.
All right, now heading into week 2 where we're in Chicago. So you guys are playing the Bungles. Who do you have here winning and why? I think this should be an easy one. But who do you have here winning?
I think this could honestly be a closer game, but Andy Dalton's vengeance game, dog. We just talked about
Yeah.
vengeance. Andy Dalton, fucking first game, and in Chicago, he's playing against his former team. I think the Bears get the dub on this one. Now, I'm not knocking on the Bengals. I don't think they're a terrible team at all. The B, if you're listening to this, my bad, doggy. But the Bengals, man, I don't know. I think we match up well. I think they have a good squad. This should be a good matchup, but I think we'll be able to take that dub in Chicago.
And as well as I say, I also believe you guys are going to take this dub for a plethora of reasons. I think you guys have a way better defense, a better offensive line, and again, knowing that Red Rifle has been in this system before in Cincinnati, he's going to know how to exploit this defense a little bit. And again, with vengeance, he's going to want to play against his former team that he's played with for years, for most of his career. And I think he's going to come out and ball out, not to a point where he's going to be flashing the media, but a good, decent day with Chicago. So I have you guys winning today.
Yeah, I agree.
And now heading into week 3 where you're going into Cleveland. You're playing back-to-back against your best friends. B-Money and now Nick. Going into week 3, who do you have here winning and why?
Cleveland's got to win, man. When you look at that depth, no way on paper Cleveland doesn't have, on paper, the best defense and one of the best offenses.
Yes.
There's no way in my eyes this Cleveland Browns team is not a Super Bowl contender this year. Mm-hmm. So that's an L. That's a big L. We lose by 20 in that one, to be honest.
And again, I agree with you again. So 3 games we've agreed on. So I have you guys losing this game. I honestly, again, I want to go with this. I'm gonna say this a lot. I think Cleveland is going to the Super Bowl this year. On paper, they have the best defense on paper. Their offense could be a legitimate top 3 offense. They could win the Super Bowl this year. Their team is just that good. Baker Mayfield, just as dangerous as he was before. The most underrated wide receiver in Landry, still gonna be possibly the number 1. I think he should be the number 1 target there. They have a great running game with Kareem. I'm retarded. With Nick Chubb and with Hunt, they have a great running back duo there. They're on paper they should win the Super Bowl this year. No question about it.
And they still got Austin Hooper. They still got I feel what you want about him. Njoku, I believe, is still there. I think that guy was a first-round pick at one point. I can't remember if he was a first or second. But regardless, man, that team just has depth everywhere. And it's really going to come down to the performance. 3 things. The performance of Baker Mayfield, obviously. Kevin Stefanski, this is another year to prove that he could be a good head coach. And the third, honestly, man, is what I'm familiar with him is let's not forget Cody Parkey's still the kicker there. So
double doink.
So we'll see, man.
Yeah,
but they're gonna blow us out probably.
More than likely, and I expected a lot from this Cleveland Browns team. Just like how when they first got Odell, this should be a very good team. So heading into week 4, you guys are back in Chicago. You're going to be playing the Detroit Lions. Who do you have here winning?
Oh, come on, man. This got to be an easy one. I hope Detroit fans click on this video and you're going to get 3 idiots, possibly a dude named Don Berg, getting pissed off saying his Lions are going to the Super Bowl, dog. Because Lions fans do this every year. Lions fans, don't sell yourselves, all right? You got Jared Goff. Isaiah, you're familiar with Jared Goff. How should they feel about Jared Goff? Huh?
Since the bringing of Jimmy G, we're undefeated against them. And that's 2017? They haven't beat us since 2017.
Yeah. And that's with Jimmy G. So, that being said, I know Jimmy G's still a good quarterback. You guys still obviously have a better squad than we have. But it's still the Lions at the end of the day. He went to the Lions. Who was their best wide receiver? Tyrell Williams, who can't stay healthy.
I can't think. And then they have Jamal Charles not Jamal Charles. They have Jamal. What's his name as their RB1?
Jamal Williams.
Williams.
Yeah, Packers' old third string, basically. They have Quintez Cephas, I believe. They have some guys there, but they have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, they got they brought in Penny Swell, so they got some pieces, and can't remember his name, Dan Campbell, I believe, their new head coach.
Fucking knee
Like, he's a
biter.
raw guy. He'll make you run through a wall if you want to, man. But that's still, you could be the biggest leader, but that doesn't mean you know how to coach a damn football game. So the Bears, it's still the Lions. They're still a couple years away from anything, probably 100 years away from anything. So yeah, keep in Lions. We beat them with Chase Daniel, bro. We beat them with Chase Daniel. Like, let that soak in, Lions fans.
That's tough. Yeah, again, he said it perfectly. I agree with everything he said. Let's head into week 5, where we're going into Vegas, Allegiant Stadium. Who do you have here winning against the Raiders?
Now, this is going to be an interesting one.
Yes.
And I want to know what's wild, though, man. Like, ever since we got Khalil Mack, the NFL fucked up on this one. Since we traded Khalil Mack, we've only played the Raiders once. This will be our second time since then. The first time, though, I don't know why the NFL did this, but it was supposed to be a home game for Chicago, I believe. Or no, it was supposed to be a home game for Oakland.
Oakland, and then they
put it in London, bro. Why? So Khalil never got his return to London, but he has a chance to go to Las Vegas here, and this whole team has a chance. I think I'm gonna have to still go with I think I'm gonna have to go with Vegas in this one. That Raiders squad is just, again, man, outside of Derek Carr, because I don't hate Derek Carr, but they still got a squad there. They match up with us well, as we seen in that London game. Josh Jacobs, I know we had injuries there. I think that's the game Akeem Hicks messed up his arm and I think it dislocated his elbow or some shit like that. We had some injuries. I think Matt got banged up in that one too. I think we had Chase Daniel starting in that one as well.
Really like international games.
Yeah, they're dumb, dude. They're dumb. I don't like them either.
I'm fine with, like, say if we bring a team to Canada and shit, but like fucking London, like I don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch a football game
in London.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, and then they're all like, I don't know, man. Like, nothing against them, man. Yeah. They show good support out there, but I don't want to wake up at 6 o'clock to watch my team get blown out by the fucking Raiders. Yeah. So I don't know, man. But give me Vegas. I almost said Oakland like 8 times now, but give me Vegas in this one. That'll be a close one. I could potentially see this going either way. This is a coin flip. I think this will be an overtime game, but I think Josh Jacobs will get like a game-winning tutty or something like that, and they're gonna beat us. So give me Vegas.
For this game, I have Chicago winning. I have you guys going back-to-back games. I just think you guys have a way better offense to them. Their offense can't click. The wide receivers can't click. Derek Carr, again, he's at home, but it's Derek Carr. I mean, you could say they're a good team for the first 8 games of the season, but they can't click. Their wide receivers can't click. Their fucking secondary is still depleted. Linebacking core is still depleted. You can say their defensive line, they built it up a little bit, but it's still depleted. They lost a lot of pieces on that offensive line. I can't see that. I cannot see this being a close game. I'm gonna have you guys.
I switched that. I completely forgot how many offensive linemen they missed, and with the addition of Eddie Goldman coming back now, which is very underrated. He opted out last season, our nose tackle. With him there, that's going to help out Akeem Hicks a lot more. Which will help out. You know what? Actually, give me Chicago on this one. I agree with you completely there. I forgot that offensive line is depleted. No way in hell we don't bring pressure.
All right. Now, heading into week 6, you guys are going in Chicago back against your most hated rival, the Green Bay Packers. Who do you have here winning in week 6?
Oh, you already know, man. It's the Packers. They always beat us, man. So give me the Packers. We can't beat them for shit. And let's be real. Aaron Rodgers, man, like, as much as you hate the son of a bitch, he had an MVP season last year.
Yep.
And 1 game away from the Super Bowl. And that was with him being pissed off. Like, not even, and he's still pissed off. That's the crazy thing, is he's even more pissed off, and he's had time to think about how he's been pissed off. You know what I mean? Like,
some Michael Jordan type shit.
Yeah, some Michael Jordan shit. And I hate even putting him in that sentence, but there's no way in how that team's not in the NFC Championship or Super Bowl this year. And I think that's what it's going to take for him to stay, honestly. So I think this man's gonna just tear us up. There's gonna be a chance because no way in hell, like I know he's not a whole social media guy, but he's definitely heard or had to see something
Mm-hmm.
about us Bears fans talking shit. He knows it in his heart. Us Bears fans were hoping he leaves. Like he has to know that shit. So he's gonna go into our home and be like, "Oh yeah, guess what? I'm still here. Like I'm still here, Andy Dalton." And this could potentially be the first time we see Justin Fields in this season, or at least after this game. I feel like
Well,
so.
now as you were gonna say, this is gonna be Andy Dalton's last game, in my opinion. You heading into week 6, I think you're gonna get slapped up. You're gonna get ricocheted, bitch slapped. Say what you want. I have you guys going before this game. I have you guys going 3-2. So put yourselves at 3-3 now. You guys are gonna get slapped up, and I think in week 7 you will see the debut of Justin Fields against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, the Super Bowl champions.
Yep, so, I agree.
Now heading into week 7. I was about to say week 17. Week 7. Who do you have here winning?
Look, man, that would be crazy, right? If we throw Fields in and his first game is against Tom freaking Brady. Like this guy has been on big spotlights too, Justin Fields. So I don't think he would stray away from that moment at all, But I'm still obviously, dude, that's a hard one because we beat the Bucs last year with Nick Foles and they won the Super Bowl. So this is a really hard one, but it's in Tampa. It's earlier season. It's going to be a hot, probably humid ass game, isn't this? Yeah, week 7, isn't it? It's Tampa. It's always hot and humid. So the Bears. Do you see the time on this one? Because I cannot see the time.
I cannot. I don't know the time of this one. It's probably gonna. Actually, I can. It's gonna be a 2 p.m. game Eastern time.
Okay, so broad day, like hotter than shit in Tampa Bay, Florida. Yeah, give me the Bucs for that one.
Mm-hmm. Especially with your jerseys. Oh no, you guys are gonna be wearing your away jerseys, so.
So give me that. That's gonna be a good matchup. It's Tom Brady, man. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a good game. But I think us beating them last year, after we beat them, I believe that's when we went on a 6-game losing streak. So I really take that with a grain of salt. That team, you could arguably say they've improved, and not saying they've added much better players. It's just that chemistry last year. They won the Super Bowl last year with basically no chemistry.
Yeah, so, and imagine them now bringing back the exact same team. This is the first time in history we've seen this, where a team
plus some picks, and then they just build. Yeah, so give me Tampa Bay. I think they have a chance to be in it again. It's probably going to be the Buccaneers and Green Bay in the NFC Championship is my prediction. Yeah.
So, again, I agree with you. And not only that, if I do have Justin Fields coming into this, Mr. Tom Brady has only lost one or two games versus a rookie in their first year of their season. Tom Brady's great against rookies. He knows exactly what he's doing. So I have Tampa Bay winning this game here. Now, heading into week 8, and I believe this is Sunday night? No, I think this is a regular game, but this is fucking Halloween time. This is gonna be a morning game for me. This is gonna be a 2 p.m. game Eastern time. So we're heading into Chicago. Niners versus Chicago. Who do you have here winning and why?
Man, here we go. Look, I'm hoping by the sounds of it in camp, if Jimmy G is healthy, he's going to be your guys' guy. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, at this point.
Yeah, no.
If that's the case, season. Yeah, and if that's the case, believe it or not, I think you guys could. I think this is going to sound wild to a lot of people. But in my honest opinion, I think you guys have a better shot at beating us if you have Jimmy G in at that point. And not Trey Lance.
And yes. I agree with you because Jimmy G knows the playbook. He's been here a while, and when he's on the field, he has one of the best winning percentages as a 49er quarterback in history, and one of
especially
the best
against us.
Percentages. Yeah, we beat you with field goals last time we played in Chicago.
Yeah, but he did everything he had to do to get you guys in position, though. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just have a weird feeling, and just his play style. Maybe some Bears fans could agree with this, but sometimes, man, it seems like the Bears lose to the dink and dunk quarterbacks. We lose to the Derek Carrs. We lose to the backups. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, but sometimes this defensive scheme just can't stop a 5-yard fucking dump off. So, and you guys feast off that, man. A Jimmy G dump off to Moser.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and then if you guys are stopping that, we could throw slants right out to fucking Ayuk, or have Ayuk go inside and have Debo go deep.
Yeah,
or vice versa.
Honestly, so my prediction on this one, I'm gonna obviously, I'm gonna say Chicago for this one just to give us the dub. All right,
Yeah.
But this one could really go either way, and I think this one really, really depends on just who the hell you guys have at quarterback. If it's Jimmy, give us the L. But if you guys got Trey Lance in there, our defense goes well against mobile guys and rookies like that. Yeah. So, yeah, what you think about that one though?
Well, again, I'm a Niner fan. Of course, I'm going to go with the Niners here for reasons. I think we have a better defense than you guys. That could be argued. We had a better defense than you guys last year, and we were depleted more. We had one of the most injured, riddled defenses in the league, and we were still a top 5 defense. Think about that. Now with the bringing back of Nick Bosa, D Ford, and Kinlaw coming back, he's gotten bigger and stronger in the offseason. Yep. He's gotten way bigger. It's fucking insane how a 6'7" defensive tackle get way bigger and faster than he is. And again, you still have Eric Armstead there who could be good when he has help around him. D Ford been looking good. They said this is the best D Ford they've seen since his first year with his best season with I think it was like 2015 with the Chiefs. They're saying he's been looking that good. He's looking on pace to at least play like 16 games this year.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurd hopefully being able to play this game. I'm not going to say much because last year, we don't speak about last year, what happened.
Yeah.
And I honestly just think that, again, Montgomery, I think he's a better running back than Mostert. But having a running back committee, you don't know which running back they're going to give more carries to. You don't know who you're going to have to stop. And with Debo and Ayuk, I mean, you could say Allen is better than both of them combined. But I think we have 2 better wide receivers than your depth. And again, it's another rookie game for Justin Fields. So I think heading into week 8, we beat you guys, but I think it's going to be a close one. I think we can get overtime.
This could also be a potential overtime. I expect overtime for this one for sure. Mm-hmm. And it's going to come down to a field goal.
Yep. I think Fred Warner interceptions and Robbie Gould kicks the field goal.
Yeah. Or a Roquan sack, shit. Shit.
All right. Now heading into week 9, you guys are going into Pittsburgh for Monday Night Football. I don't even think we should even talk about this one this much, but who do you have here winning in week 9?
I actually have Pittsburgh beating us.
No.
Really?
I
have Pittsburgh. Big Ben matches up well against us. He always has. So that defense there, they still have talent. I know they have some questions, man. They have a lot of questions. This should be a good one. Trying to think. They still got Juju over there. They still got a good offense. They just got Najee Harris. That offensive line does have questions, but that defensive line is really goddamn good. So, and it's in Pittsburgh on prime time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? Man, my bad, bro. These are just all genuine, because I'm picking these as we're going.
Yeah, as well as I.
I think though this one could go either way. Like Bears have a lot of tough games this year, but I'm gonna stick with Pittsburgh in this one. But in my heart, obviously, I think Chicago does have a chance. But pick wise, give me Pittsburgh in this one.
All right, and I'm gonna go with Chicago winning this game. Sure. I feel like this is the game Justin Fields gets it together. He knows the system. He knows it well. He's going to just dot them up. They don't have secondary like they used to. You could talk about their defense line coming in, but when you have a mobile quarterback like Justin Fields who could go out of the pocket and throw and stay in the pocket and throw, you still have that with Allen Robinson, and you still have fucking Mooney, who's going to possibly have one of his best seasons of his career, sophomore season. And then you have David Montgomery, who Nagy says he's going to run him. When you run the ball with Montgomery, you're going to win 90% of your games. And that defense again with Roquan Smith right there leading the way with Khalil Mack off the edge. The defensive line is still the defensive line. We already know that. We already know the story there. You could say your secondary is a question, but you guys have a way better offensive line. I think Pittsburgh, the quarterback situation, who fucking knows? We may not even see Ben play this week because he'd probably be injured.
That's, you know what, though, that is kind of facts. What is this, week 9?
Week 9.
Like, obviously,
And
we're
then,
not wishing injuries or nothing, but let's just be realistic here, you know? Like, guys at his back end of his career can't stay healthy. So I will give you that.
Yeah, and I honestly think Juju's a borderline number 3 wide receiver. Claypool could have a good game. And I think it's Johnson, right? The third wide receiver. I think he's going to
Johnson.
I think he's going to be better than Juju. I think he's going to be the number 2 to this year.
He could.
So I have you guys winning before going into your bye.
I could agree with that. Especially as you said, if Big Ben gets hurt, man, this better be Big Ben's last year. Like, I know he actually had a sneaky good year last year, but I think this will be his last one for sure.
Yeah. Now, again, week 10, a bye week. That's an automatic W. So now heading into week 11, you're going against Baltimore. You're at home though, and this is going to be a. Let me see. I believe this is a. Let me see. This is going to be a. It's going to be an 11:00 game for the my time. So it's going to be a morning game. You're playing against Baltimore. Who do you have here winning?
You know what though? We're coming off of bye week. Take that how you want it though, because if you actually do look at it, we don't do well coming off of bye weeks usually. But that was also with different quarterbacks, so I guess we'll see how it goes in a different. I guess you can say a different area. We still have the same coach, but with a different QB, we'll see.
Yeah.
And who knows? In a perfect world. I guess in a perfect world, I'm just saying, like, if Andy Dalton is actually better than we all expect, and somehow that man's still there, I think either way we could win with either quarterback in this one. Because Andy will know the system. I think Fields is going to want to show that he could not do the same things as Lamar, but he could be
he could be a better thrower on the run,
better passer, and still run with the same attributes. Yeah. So. You know what, though? In our defense, as I've said, we actually do good against those flashy kind of QBs. We do good against those mobile quarterbacks. So I think we're going to contain Lamar Jackson really well. I'm not really high on that Ravens team this year. I still think they'll be a playoff team. But honestly, in my honest opinion, unless Lamar Jackson just shows the whole world something else we haven't seen yet and just develops as an amazing pocket passer this year, like a true pocket passer, where for once when something breaks down, that man doesn't just tuck it off and take off running, because I know he's good at it, but eventually it's going to make him pay, man. Like, I'm not wishing injury, but it's going to happen eventually. RG3 didn't happen to Kaepernick.
He just fell off.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. Don't need to get banned from YouTube.
Thank God, Jesus.
But anyway, it happens. So there's other examples, but we're not going to go spieling through it. You know what I mean? But people get banged up. That's the obvious. And I think the obvious is if Lamar doesn't come out this year, I think this could be the last year for Harbaugh there. It'll be last year for Greg Roman. I think eventually, I don't know. I'm getting too far ahead of this. I got the Bears in this one, though. My point is, I think we're going to contain Lamar well. I think that defense is really good. Don't get me wrong, that defense is really good. That offense is even good. But I think we're going to contain him. I think with that, our front seven, the way we're going to pressure that man, he's going to have to deliver in the pocket. And he's going to have to get that ball out fast, and he's going to have to get that ball out deep. And I just haven't seen that from Lamar so far. So give me the Bears on this one.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you here. I have Baltimore winning here.
For sure.
I just think their running back committee is great with, again, Lamar Jackson being able to run and throw. And with Hollywood there, and the rookie wide receiver has been looking absolutely amazing.
Rashad Bateman.
Rashad Bateman has been looking absolutely amazing right now. And to think, it's week 11, so by then he should be what we think he should be, a good wide receiver and a reliable wide receiver that you could throw to. So I think with that and their defense, with Marlon Humphrey being the leader, with Queen being the leader of the defense, I
If he takes
just
that
think
next step,
I think he's also going to take the next step. I think they're
yeah,
just going to win. I don't think it's a blowout, but
this should be a good one.
this should be a good one. And I have them winning here in week 11.
The only reason I have us having that notch is because it's in Chicago.
Yeah,
If
that's
this is
who.
in
Yeah.
Baltimore, they're deadly in Baltimore, bro. I don't want to play in
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore. So, only reason I'm giving us that knock there is because it's in Chicago. I think we're going to have them there. And kind of same thing as what you're saying about them clicking. I think by then, if, say, for example, if Fields did play in, what did we say, week 6, right?
Yeah.
He should be getting it.
No,
I think
week 8, my
this
bad. Week
week
7.
8.
Week 7.
Yeah, 7
Yeah.
against the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I think this could be one of those games too where he kind of gets it clicking as well. And believe it or not, I'm saying that, and I think Ravens fans are going to get pissed because they actually have a good record against rookie QBs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the only rookie QBs to beat them in their home was Mitchell Trubisky. So take that how you want it.
That's an L, bro. That's a major L.
Yeah. So
Baltimore
and he clutched it up, dude. He was throwing threw a dime on like 3rd and long and got us into field goal range. So you know what? We got Justin Fields now. I know that teams are different completely, but our team's different too, and our defense is different too, and our offense is different. I think we'll somehow pull this one out.
Yeah. And now, heading into week 12, we don't need to explain why. You just choose why, because we've already talked about the team. So, who do you have here winning and why? I think it should be pretty obvious. We have Detroit in Detroit on Thursday Night Football.
I believe this is week 12. I believe this is
Thursday Night
Thanksgiving.
Football. Thanksgiving, yeah, it is.
This is Thanksgiving. It's Detroit tradition to lose on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They never went on Thanksgiving. That's the only explanation you got.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
So we got Chicago both winning this game. Now heading into week 13, we have the Arizona Cardinals heading into the windy city of Chicago. Who do you have here winning and why?
Man, I know there's. I'm mixed feelings. Okay, I have really, really bad mixed feelings about this Cardinals team because I think on paper they look good, but then it's really going to come down to, is the production actually going to be there this year for those vets that they signed, and for the vets that are still there, and for their young guys, are they going to take that next step? I believe if everything pans out right, I think Kyler could be in position with that offense to potentially be in
Super Bowl? Nah,
not Super Bowl, but maybe MVP
maybe
talk.
a divisional round.
Maybe even MVP talk for Kyler too if they win that division.
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna be like, damn, like in order for that Cardinals team to be really good, it's all mostly gonna be on damn Kyler, in my opinion, and that defense to step up. And the development of who was it they brought in? Isaiah Simmons, right?
Last year. They fucked up Isaiah Simmons last year. Why didn't you start the kid in the beginning of the season? Look at what he did towards the end of the season. I didn't understand why you took so long to put him in, but I guess so. That's what they did. But again, I'm gonna agree here. I have. Oh no, my bad. You didn't choose, right?
No. Give me. No, you're good. My bad. I'm taking forever. Give me the Bears in this one.
And I agree as well.
Only reason you said this one's in Chicago, correct?
Yeah.
Week 13 in Chicago, a Phoenix team playing in the cold. I think
it's a morning game too.
Is it morning?
Yeah.
So it could potentially be a little colder. We'll see, Yeah. But I know that's a stupid thing, the decimate into it. But the weather is a factor. That's why we're called the Windy City. That's why they built that stadium the way it is. That's why we don't have a dome. Yeah, that's why
they have a dome. They're used to the AC.
They're used to that AC up in there. Yeah, that's the coolest they get is the AC, dog. Like week 13, it might be snowing with wind blowing off of Lake Michigan. We'll see. But this go either way. Did I say give me Chicago in this one?
Yes,
I meant to say my bad. I meant to say give me the Cardinals. The Cardinals are good. Give me the Cardinals in this one. They're gonna beat us. Yes, give me the Cardinals in this one. Right. But as I'm saying though, if that weather, like, I hate to be that guy, man. I hate to be that Chicago fan, but I'm just saying, if it's a snowy game, our running it, we're probably gonna run all over them.
And
we're used to that shit.
Montgomery again. He could be a top. He was a top 5 rusher this year with 1,001 yards.
And a guy I'm actually really high on this year if he happens to stay healthy is my guy Tarik Cohen. I think a
The
lot of
former
Bears fans
machine.
seem to forget. Don't get me wrong, I'm high on Montgomery. Montgomery's my guy. You know
Mhm.
that. But I think a lot of people forget that Tarik Cohen is Matt Nagy's offense.
Yeah.
Like, Tarik Cohen is probably the most valuable part of our offense. He makes that thing go.
Mm-hmm.
So, and think about it. His brother died this year, right after he signed a contract, and he got that extension, man. He got that bag, and then he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
So he was already getting shit on for that, man. He was already feeling a little down for that, I bet. Then his brother goes and dies. Like,
He could have a
rest in
season.
peace to Tyrell Cohen, man. Yeah, like he could have a vengeance season, man.
Yeah.
So Cohen's my guy. I think if that's a colder game, and you got a quarterback, let's not bring that up. We got a quarterback that runs a 4.4. If that's a cold shit game,
Yeah.
shit weather game, yeah, I think we'll beat them. But I think that's all it's going to be for us.
So you
Other than
think you're
that,
gonna lose though?
yeah,
All right.
yeah, I
So
think that's our only hope.
I'm
Is
gonna
that shit
I'm gonna disagree with you. I have
got
Chicago
it?
winning
Good
because
shit.
I honestly think, and I've been saying this for the longest, I think the Arizona Cardinals are the most overrated, hyped up team coming into this season. I think they're going to be what the Broncos were last year. Everybody expects this high fucking thing from them, and they're gonna shit the absolute bed. Look at you could talk about their offense, you could talk about D-Hop, you could talk about Kyler Murray. Their running back core, that's a question mark. Their offensive line
It's
is great. Their defensive line is old as shit. Chandler Johnson wants to get the fuck out of there. What you gonna do with just J.J. Watt? J.J. Watt's not gonna do much. I mean, he's still J.J. Watt, but he's not gonna
he's
do much.
old.
And now that knowing that Chandler's gonna get traded, fuck it, just double team J.J. Watt. You're good. You're good. Their secondary, old as shit. Jim Butler is a one pick wonder in the Super Bowl. He hasn't done shit since. And what
They
else do
brought
they
in
have?
Malcolm Butler.
What else do they
Wow.
have besides fucking Isaiah Simmons and fucking Buda Baker back there? Nobody. And I honestly think you guys are gonna absolutely blow them out by at least 17 points. Because I think Arizona is the most overrated team coming into this season, and I'm gonna stand by that. So now heading into week 14, we have you guys playing against again your rival, the Green Bay Packers. Who do you have here winning in today's game?
Yeah, we're getting swept by the Packers, man.
Yikes.
Yeah, we're getting swept. This one's in Green Bay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting swept. Green Bay late season, we're getting swept.
Again, I'm gonna disagree with you. Look it.
Man.
I have a very, very hot take. I think this is the game where Justin Fields puts himself on the map and puts a mark for his chance to win Rookie of the Year. I think this is the game where he finally clicks, the offense finally clicks, and I think the chemistry around him just clicks. Look it, and you're playing your rival team who you hate for generations on generations. I mean, don't get me wrong, this could very well go to Green Bay. Very well go to Green Bay.
Especially with them coming off of a bye week.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm going with them.
I have you guys winning this game. I think finally Justin Fields puts himself on the spotlight and says, "We're gonna win, bitch." So I have you guys winning this game. This is just a hot take. Green Bay could very well win this game. This is just a hot take.
I like it though. I respect it. I hope that happens. I hope all that shit happens. But especially with the Packers coming off of a bye week in Green Bay, late season, we don't know what their season. I'm expecting, because this is what, week 14, correct? Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So there could be a lot of things that go into this. They could be coming off of a bye week, but they're also 13-1 at that point, or whatever it would be. You know, like they could already have that division clinched. Who knows? They could already have their rest. We never know. You know, so a lot could go into it. I hope that's not the case, and I hope what you said happens. I hope, because in my honest opinion, I think this could be Rodgers last year unless they win a Super Bowl. Even then, he could just ride off into the sunset after this year and just retire. There's a reason they voided that 2023 year, but I don't know, man. Yeah, give me the Packers.
All right. So heading into week 15 on Monday Night Football, you have your Chicago Bears versus QC's Vikings. Who do you have here winning in week 15?
This, man, we've been going back and forth with Minnesota for years, man. Like especially the last couple of years, it's been really back and forth, and I think we even got them beat even the last couple of years. If I recall, Trubisky's record against them was like 4-2.
That's tough.
I think Chase Daniel was 2-0. I don't know. This one is in Chicago though, late season.
Monday night underneath the lights.
Monday night under the lights. We could be in playoff hopes. Give me the Bears in this one.
Yeah, and I'm gonna disagree with you because we've been disagreeing the last two matches. I have you guys going 3-0 heading into this. You guys were on a 3-game winning streak. I have you guys losing this game. I think at this point of the season, Minnesota's team is just gonna be good. The defense is young. They're gonna be in their fucking we gotta win. We need to win now mode.
Yeah.
Their offense is just great. You already know how their offense is with Cook and an underrated quarterback with Kirk Cousins. They still have good wide receivers. Jeff, who I think is gonna have a sophomore slump, just a little. But I think I still think with Dalvin Cook, you guys are just. I just think it's too much, and they fixed up their offensive line too, which was a big problem last year.
Yeah.
And they were also very young too, so I think they win this game here.
Yeah, and I can see why you'd say that, and obviously, that was my bias side a little bit coming out, and I don't know, man. I will give the Vikings credit on one thing, as you've said, that defense is young. I remember we were preaching that last year after the draft. With I think they had like 14 draft picks in 2020, and I even said then, like, wow, if even half of those pan out, that team has a great future ahead. Like when you have that many picks, man, that's insane. But their picks this year were even good. They traded back to still got Darisaw, and they still got the guy they ever wanted, even though they could have got Justin Fields there. And some of their fans wanted them to go Justin Fields.
Yeah.
But we'll see. This is obviously a different team than it was, but with these rivals, man, these rivals go either way. I'm going to go Chicago this time. The same way, like you said, with Minnesota, like they could be firing from all cylinders, kind of trying to get it together. Minnesota could potentially win the North this year.
Yeah.
I'm not. They really could. But there's also a chance they could be the same old Minnesota Vikings that had a chance to make the playoffs in 2018, and all they had to do was beat Chicago's backups in Minnesota to make the playoffs, but they couldn't. They lost to Chase Daniel again. So
yeah,
then we let on and double doinked. So that's their comeback to that. But I kind of blame the Vikings a little bit, you bastards. If they just got their job done, we would have never had to play the Eagles.
Yeah, shit.
We would have just beat the Vikings 3 times that year. Shit.
All right. So now heading into week 16, you guys are gonna be playing Seahawks in Seattle.
Yes, sir.
So that's going to be a big factor, especially a Week 16 game. Who do you have here winning and why?
Oh, Week 16 in Seattle? When Russ is probably cooking? Yeah. Give me Seattle. I know they have a lot of questions there, but I don't care, man.
Yeah.
As long as they have Russell Wilson, who we did beat, but it was a miracle year. It was 2018 when we beat them. Prince Kamara pick 6 ended it, but this is Sunday, Week 16. That was Week 4 when we beat them when they weren't clicking. Yeah, this is a different squad. They didn't have DK then. They didn't have nothing then. I don't think they had Jamal Adams. What do they call him? Blitz boy,
linebacker.
That's tough. Yeah, linebacker. Yeah, and Eddie Jackson is still better than Jamal Adams. Say what you want, Seattle fans.
There's no question about it. He is because Eddie Jackson can blitz and play coverage.
Yeah, and he's a 4th round pick.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But
give me Seattle though.
I think Jamal Adams, knowing this is a contract year.
Yeah.
Then that defense, he's gonna know that his defense needs to step up a little bit. I as well think, and then Russell Wilson. I think they win here. Now heading into week 17, you guys are gonna be playing the New York Giants in Chicago on a Saturday game. And I don't even think this is a question. So who do you have here winning this game?
Actually, bro, if you look at the last couple of years, we kind of struggled with the Giants. I think we almost lost to them last year, if I believe.
Yeah, you almost did.
We came back.
Fuller interception to end the game. Or I think
Yeah,
someone got an interception in
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. I think it was Fuller. I think it was a pick. I think it was Jalen Johnson
They
Swat or some shit like
were
that.
driving down the field, and you guys stopped them
Yeah,
on
they
fourth
were.
down.
But that's my point. They were in
Yeah.
the red zone about to
Hmm.
win that game. Like they were that close, and that was the game Saquon got hurt.
Yeah.
You put Saquon in that game, they probably would have beat us last year. But new team, new year. End of the season. Kind of the same thing for Danny Dimes. This is a make it break year for Danny Dimes. Fuck, dude. This is a hard one to really pick, and I hate that I'm sitting here thinking taking this long with the Giants. Give me Chicago. This one, though, really though, in my honest opinion, is a coin toss game because we struggle against them all the time, dude. I don't know what it is. Last couple of years we struggled against them, and I think their team is even better than this year than it has been a couple of years. I think they could even somehow be second in that division if they play well this year. So give me Chicago, but I'm not comfortable with that. 10. Oh wait, no, there's extra game this year. I forgot. We have week 18.
Yeah, we have week 18. But heading into this game, you're playing against the Giants, who you've owned the last couple of years. But again, you could go say Danny Dimes in a contract year, a must-win year for him to stay at a level where he could get paid. But again, at this point of the season, Justin Fields knows the system. His team should be clicking on all cylinders, and I think you guys win it here. And you're in Chicago.
Yeah. And it's Chicago late season, gonna be cold as hell. Yeah. And I do want to say though, like saying we've struggled against them, I know we've beat them, but they have not been convincing wins. It's like we're scraping out by the skin of our teeth basically against the Giants.
Again,
so
you don't know how Saquon's gonna look. He had three fucking injuries to his one leg?
Yeah.
An MCL, ACL. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so who knows? You put Saquon in that game, a healthy Saquon in that game, so he doesn't get hurt. I think they would have beat us last year.
Yeah.
You put Saquon in that red zone, they're just running in with him. Like it's over. So we'll see.
So now heading into week 8, we have your final game of the season, week 18. A weird season. I'm still adjusting to the fucking week 8 rule. Week 18 rule. So heading into week 18, you're playing against the Minnesota Vikings, in Minnesota.
Yep.
Winning and why?
This is where I split. Give me Minnesota in this one to end off their season in their home. Probably even be a pretty good, convincing win. This will be a good one though. Both teams could be in playoff. Should be in a playoff fight right here. Actually, do give me Minnesota, and this could be potentially what gives Minnesota third in the division. Actually, over us, and this could be what gets them in the playoffs over us.
Yeah.
But give me Minnesota in this one. They should be playing well. As I said, they still got a good squad. Only reason I gave us the win the other one is because we were in home. Mm-hmm. Isn't it crazy how close we always play Minnesota together? Like, they just played them.
No matter who's fucking dog shit.
It doesn't matter, man. Yeah. Like, and it's just wild though. We don't play them till week 15, then we play them. Like a couple weeks later.
And then
we always do that.
At 3 weeks after you guys play them, you played them week 15, then 3 weeks later. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry to say this, Jay.b, but I have to bring the broom out. I just think Minnesota is going to be such a great team this year. A team that's going to go underneath the radar. And I think Minnesota is going to sweep you guys. You're probably going to hate me for this. I'm sorry.
No,
but I honestly think with their young core at this point of the season, they're going to click just like yours. They're just going to click. They know what time it is. They know it's playoff time. They know it's time to make the postseason. Kirk Cousins, being who Kirk Cousins is, he finally doesn't need to play in the lights to beat somebody. And he's playing at home with Dalvin Cook, hopefully a healthy Dalvin Cook with a healthy offensive line and a defense that's looking young and promising. Give me them to sweep you guys. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. And there's some great rivalry games that week 18, that determine a lot. But honestly, like a Pittsburgh-Baltimore play that week, I believe. Denver's going to suck. Niners and Rams, yeah, you all play that week.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think this one could be one of the most important ones because where I have Chicago sitting right now is, I believe, 8-9. So at that point, though, they would need that dub to potentially take them over.
To end of the year, I have you guys going 8-9, as well as you, right? All right, so I have you guys splitting your division at 3-3. Your conference wins are 5-7. You win 4-4 at home and you win 4 or 5 away. So, not looking good. But again, for going 8-9 as a not a rebuild season, but as a production season, that's gonna be good for you guys. Especially now that Justin Fields knows the system, you guys are gonna be good. 8-9 is a W in my book if you're a Chicago Bears fan.
I agree. I have us, yeah, as I said, I have us 8-9, 4-2 in the division, 6-6 in conference, 6-2 at home, 2-7 away. So I was predicting to be bad on the road.
Yeah.
And 3-4 versus winning teams, 5-5 versus losing. You know, I don't know. Those I probably are not completely.
Yeah, because we don't really know how they're gonna look.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, those are just because of play predictors. But yeah, man. And one last thing I do want to say though about this Bears and Vikings game is the headlines in that game, man. Like the headlines of the people in the hot seat, like in my honest opinion,
could be losing their jobs.
Yeah, both coaches could lose their job after that game, in my honest opinion. So that's an interesting one. But yeah, man.
Okay. Now, Jay.b, for the end of the episode, the end of the Chicago Bear playoff season prediction. Give me 3 of your most hottest hot takes up for this upcoming season.
Hottest of hot takes, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get the easiest one out of the way. All right. Justin Fields breaks the rookie record, breaks Herbert's record, and wins Rookie of the Year. That's the hottest one I can get for you.
Go.
All right.
Which could very well happen.
The second hot take, and I just got to stick with the caption in my hype video I made for my Tarik Cohen is at least in mention of winning Comeback Player of the Year.
Okay.
After coming off of a torn ACL, after the death of his brother, and after finding out, I forgot to mention this earlier, he just found out he's having a son a couple days ago. You can't tell me in that man's heart he doesn't have some drive to just go out there and ball out this year. So, Tarik Cohen, I got to get his name out there too. And then my third one is a little spicy, all right? Cole Kmet finishes this season as a top 10 tight end.
Oh, really? I mean, it could very well happen, just like the Packers tight end. I forget his name.
Robert Tonyan.
Yeah, from 4 and 10, you could basically put in anybody. But the 3, I honestly think you can never change. It's gonna you could switch swap Kittle and Kelsey, but I think Walker's always gonna be that number 3. I don't think he'll ever be better than fucking Kittle and Kelsey, but he could possibly be even a top 10, top 5.
Top 5. Yeah. See, I was gonna say 5. That's like super spicy to me to say like, oof. But you know what? Let's roll with it then. We're gonna go super spicy here. Let's say fuck it. Yeah, Cole Kmet will finish the season top 5 or eventually be a top 5 tight end because I think a lot of people, he's not your flashiest guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's not fast as Kyle Pitts. I know we haven't played him yet, but you know, like just as an example, he's not no Kyle Pitts. He's not any of these guys like that, but he's a big dude that's doing pretty damn good at route running, pretty goddamn good at blocking, and he's a damn good catcher. Yeah. And he grew up a Chicago Bears fan. He grew up 30 minutes away from Soldier Field, rooting for the Bears, like his whole damn life. Like, and he's just, dude, I don't know, man. There's something about this kid. He just didn't get used last year. Yeah. Like, I think he only had like 30 targets last year. It might be more, it might be less. I don't know. But I do know that at the back of the year, he looked good when Matt Nagy started using him. And then I'm sure you're very familiar with the tight end U. With George Kittle, Greg Olsen, Kelsey's there, Walder's there. He did that this year, and I guess he spent a night. I think he said he spent a night out with the boys. He laughed and said he wouldn't tell them what they did. I think he was like hinting that they went and partied and shit with Kittle and like Kittle and like Kelsey and shit like that. But like, I don't know, man. He just seems like a different man this year. Like, I think if Nagy uses him with a different quarterback. That if you've seen Ohio State, he used his tight ends with Rucker out there. And I think Cole Kmet could have a damn good year this year.
Okay. And I'm going to give just 2 hot takes. For my hottest take, I think David Montgomery is going to be a 1,500-yard rusher this year.
Oh, shit.
I think Matt Nagy, knowing that this is a fucking season he needs to win, he's going to run the shit out of him. He's gonna run the
I
shit
hope
out of
so.
it and be better than what's his name? Fucking Davis from
Mike Davis,
Mike Davis from the Falcons.
Falcons, the
100%.
German.
I think honestly
Yeah,
he's gonna be a 1,500-yard rusher. And my other hot take, I think Justin Fields wins Rookie of the Year.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, this is gonna be. I don't expect much, man, from this like production wise, but individual like player by player wise, I expect to see a lot of promise after this year.
Yeah.
Especially with Cole Kmet. And I actually want to make one more take about Cole Kmet as well. As he's probably like one of the nicest dudes on our team, dude. Like he's a funny son of a bitch. So I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for this season.
Yeah, as well as I am for my Niners. But anything else, Jay.b? Anything else you want to say? Any shout outs for your channel? Anything you want to say to the people that are watching this?
Just thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. And to y'all watching, you can find me at Jay.b Sports.
Put in the description.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I just been I don't know, man. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I don't drop consistently at all. Like I dropped 2 hype videos on Tarik Cohen and Justin Fields, and then didn't post anything for 10 months before that.
Yeah.
But I am planning on putting out more hype videos. I am planning on putting out more stuff. But yeah, man, just go sub, like, whatever. I don't care. Just thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah. And again, as always, guys, if you are new, subscribe to me and Jay.b. We do our own stuff, our individual channels. I'll be doing more of these season predictions. Try to do all the NFL teams before the season starts. And as always, you know how it goes around here, comes around. Yeah, I unplugged my mic again, but you can hear me again. But as always, you can hear me fine. Jesus Christ, this is the weirdest ending ever. But peace off, guys. Woo!